Have you ever wondered why the rat is the first animal in the zodiac, even though it's so small? Or why cats seem to have a never-ending grudge against rats? Well, get comfortable, because today we're diving into the legendary race that decided the order of the Vietnamese zodiac. A story passed down through generations. A very, very long time ago, the Jade Emperor, the ruler of heaven, looked down upon the human world and saw a problem. People had no way to keep track of time, no way to mark the passing of the years. So he had a brilliant idea. He would select 12 animals to represent the years, creating a cycle that would help humanity measure their lives. But how to choose? To ensure complete fairness, the Jade Emperor declared a great race. The first 12 animals to cross the river and arrive at the heavenly gate would be immortalized in the zodiac, ranked in the exact order of their arrival. As you can imagine, this news caused a huge stir in the animal kingdom. Every creature, big and small, fast and slow, dreamed of earning a place in the heavens. On the day of the great race, before the sun even peeked over the horizon, the riverbank was buzzing with excitement and nervous energy. Among the competitors was the clever, ambitious rat. The rat knew its own limitations. It was tiny and not a strong swimmer. The wide, rushing river seemed an impossible obstacle. But what the rat lacked in size, it made up for in cunning. It spotted the powerful, kind-hearted buffalo warming up at the water's edge. The buffalo was strong, a fantastic swimmer, and a sure bet to finish near the top. An idea sparked in the rat's mind, but approaching the buffalo with its most charming smile, the rat said, "Oh, mighty buffalo, you are so strong and noble. I am so small and fear I will be swept away by the current. Would you be so kind as to let me ride on your back as you cross? I would be eternally grateful." The buffalo, known for its gentle nature, saw the tiny rat and felt a pang of pity. "Of course, little one," it boomed. "Hop on, we'll cross this river together." And so, the great race began, with the rat comfortably perched between the buffalo's powerful horns. The buffalo charged into the water, its strong legs cutting through the current with ease. It swam steadily and powerfully, leaving many other animals in its wake. The rat, meanwhile, enjoyed the ride, dry and safe, cheering the buffalo on. As they neared the opposite bank, the heavenly gate loomed into view. They were going to be first. The buffalo was filled with pride. But just as it prepared to step onto the heavenly shore, the cunning rat seized its moment. It leaped from the buffalo's head, scurried across the finish line, and presented itself to the Jade Emperor. The rat had arrived first. The Jade Emperor, true to his word, declared the rat the first animal of the zodiac. A moment later, the hard-working buffalo trudged across the line, shaking its head in disbelief, and took the second spot. And that, my friends, is why the tiny rat leads the entire zodiac cycle, followed by the mighty buffalo it outsmarted. Now, let's talk about the tiger. The tiger was a formidable competitor, powerful and swift. It had planned to race with its best friend, the cat. Back then, cats and tigers were the best of pals. They trained together, promising to help each other and share the glory. On the morning of the race, they set off side by side. However, that sneaky rat had other plans. As the animals were scrambling to cross the river, the rat, still riding on the buffalo's back, saw the cat paddling nearby, fearing the cat's agility might give it an edge at the finish line. The rat gave the unsuspecting cat a hard shove, pushing it back into the churning water. The poor cat struggled against the current, sputtering and flailing. The tiger, focused on the race ahead, didn't notice its friend's plight until it was too late. Roaring with effort, the tiger powered through the water and clawed its way onto the bank, securing the third position in the zodiac. But the cat, it was washed far downstream and arrived long after the 12th animal had crossed. It missed out on a place in the zodiac entirely. Betrayed and furious, the cat swore vengeance. And from that day forward, the friendship between cats and rats was shattered forever. This is why, even today, cats have an instinctual drive to chase rats whenever they see them. So, we have the rat, the buffalo, and the tiger. Who came next? The fourth animal to arrive was the quick-witted rabbit. The rabbit knew it couldn't swim the whole way across the mighty river. So, it used its agility and cleverness, hopping gracefully from one stepping stone to another. With a few final, powerful leaps, it landed on the bank, neat and tidy, to claim the fourth spot. You might be thinking, where was the dragon? Surely, a magnificent flying creature like the dragon should have been first, no contest. And you'd be right. The dragon could have easily won, but the dragon has a noble and compassionate heart. As it was flying towards the heavenly gate, it saw a village on earth suffering from a terrible drought. Their fields were cracked, and the people were praying for rain. The dragon couldn't ignore their plight. It paused its journey to circle above the village and summon a life-giving downpour. After saving the village, it continued on its way, only to spot a small creature struggling in the river. It was the rabbit, trying to make its final jump to shore, but almost getting swept away. The dragon gently blew a puff of wind to push the rabbit safely to the bank. Because of these two acts of kindness, the magnificent dragon arrived fifth. The Jade Emperor praised the dragon for its selflessness, proving that winning isn't always the most important thing. What about the 6th and 7th places? This is where it gets interesting again. The horse, a powerful and fast runner, was galloping towards the finish line, certain of a high rank. But it didn't know it had a secret passenger. The slithery snake, another poor swimmer, had cleverly hidden itself in the thick hair of the horse's hoof. Just as the proud horse was about to cross the line, the snake peeked out with a sudden hiss. Startled and terrified, the horse reared back in shock. In that split second of hesitation, the snake slithered past and claimed the 6th position. The horse, having recovered from its fright, trotted across right after, taking 7th place. A lesson in how a sudden shock can make you lose your footing. Next came a wonderful example of teamwork. The goat, the monkey, and the rooster found themselves at the river's edge, all wondering how to get across. The rooster, flapping its wings, found a sturdy raft. The monkey, with its clever hands, cleared a path through the reeds, and the goat, a natural leader, encouraged them to work together. The monkey and the rooster used long poles to push the raft, with the goat steering and keeping morale high. By combining their strengths, they navigated the river smoothly and arrived at the heavenly gate almost at the same time. The Jade Emperor was impressed by their cooperation and awarded them the 8th, 9th, and 10th places in the order of goat, monkey, and rooster. Only 2 spots were left. The 11th animal to arrive was the dog. Now, the dog is a fast runner and an excellent swimmer, so it should have placed much higher. But the dog is also very playful. It was so happy to be in the cool, refreshing water that it completely forgot about the race for a while. It splashed, chased its tail, and had a grand old time. After it had its fill of fun, it remembered the race and paddled to shore, wagging its tail as it took the 11th spot. Finally, with all the other animals accounted for, who do you think came waddling in last? It was the pig. The pig had a very leisurely journey. It got hungry along the way, so it stopped for a big meal. After eating, it felt sleepy, so it found a nice shady spot and took a long nap. When it finally woke up, it casually ambled the rest of the way to the heavenly gate, arriving just in the nick of time to secure the 12th and final place in the zodiac. The Jade Emperor chuckled, welcoming the easygoing pig as the last member of the cycle. And so, the 12 animals were chosen: rat, buffalo, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. Each was given a year to preside over, creating the 12-year cycle that has been used in Vietnam and many other Asian cultures for thousands of years. It's a timeless story about cleverness, kindness, betrayal, and teamwork, where every animal's unique personality determined its destiny. So, the next time you celebrate the Lunar New Year, remember the great race to the heavenly gate. Think about the cunning rat, the kind buffalo, the noble dragon, and all the others. Which zodiac animal are you? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more amazing stories from around the world. See you next time.